Take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Also, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Hi and welcome back. This is Tanudeep Singh and you're watching Star Edu. Today's video is about Rakshabandhan. Rakshabandhan is an annual rite or ceremony which celebrates the bond of brothers and sisters' love and affection for each other. On this day, the sister ties a Rakhi or a sacred thread on the brother's wrist, and we also get gifts in return. So, today I'm going to be teaching two different types of Rakhis that you can make at home for your brothers. So, let's dive right into the video. But before I go, I also wanted to give you a heads up that at the end of the video, we have a special 2-ingredient laddoo recipe which you can make at home on this Rakshabandhan. What's special about this recipe is that kids can make it because it's flameless, it only involves 2 ingredients, and also it's super simple to make. The first Rakhi is for our little babies. It's a very simple, cute Rakhi that our little babies can make. So let's get started. So first up, take your circle shaped cardboard pieces and apply some Fevicol. There you go. And then stick your ribbon. So your ribbon should be as long as it is, you can easily tie it on your wrist. So then stick it in the center. Okay, that's done. And I'm going to be also applying a little Fevicol on top of the ribbon and stick it. Okay, so now this is all dry and ready for the next step. For the next step, you're going to need some cotton. You can shape it into a circle. So you need as much cotton it requires to cover this circle. So there you go. This is shaped. And now I'm going to again put some Fevicol and spread it really well and put my cotton. So in case it doesn't shape so well, you can just pull the cotton and stick it on your cardboard. So the face is now ready. Now that this is done, I'm going to be taking my bindis. So a tip, in case you can't find both the colors and you only have the red color bindi, you can take a black pen or your marker and color your bindis into black. So for the eyes, I'm going to be taking 2 bindis and sticking them here. One eye and the other eye. So I have my eyes in place. For the mouth, you can cut your red bindi into half, and there I have it. Alright, now this is done. For your ears, you're going to need a little bit of ribbon. Cut it into 2 triangles like I have. So this is a triangle, and you're going to take some Fevicol on top. So here you go, 1 and 2. 2 very tiny drops. Be careful because it might just spoil your Rakhi. Alright. Okay, so the ears are done and so is the Rakhi. So it's ready to be tied on your brother's wrist. Alright, so for the second Rakhi, I'm going to be taking this clay. Honestly, you could even use Play-Doh, but since I had this clay from my architecture days, I'm going to put this into good use. So I've taken a small ball. Sorry for my hands because I was kneading this. Alright, so now that this is done, you're going to shape this and then just simply cut out a shape. So I'm using my heart stencil that you get with the clays, but you could just maybe draw with a pen on this any shape that you'd like a mustache or shades or anything, and then cut it out with the help of a knife or a cutter. So my clay is actually can air dry and get hard, but if you're using Play-Doh, you can either leave it for 2-3 days to air dry or put it into the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes at about 100 degrees Celsius to bake. Also, don't forget to poke 2 holes on each sides of your design so that you can tie the strings. So meanwhile that our clay is getting baked, we are going to be working on the strings. So for the strings, I have taken this thread, and you could actually use any thread. I like to mix traditional and modern, like a fusion, so I'm using this thread. So you can use even a ribbon, anything that floats your boat. So now let's get braiding. We're going to be braiding this string like a normal braid, how you braid your hair, for both the sides. So I've cut the thread into 3 equal parts with equal length, and I'm going to be tying a knot. Alright, so this is done. Now let's start braiding this. My strings are ready. What I've done is I've only put knot on one side of the strings and left the other side open, because you're going to be putting this into that hole and then tying it. And now let me go and check on my clay. Our heart charm is now ready. It's dry and it's hard as a rock, and I'm going to be now putting this through into the thread. So this is now done. I've threaded, and the last step is to tie a knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a knot at the end and cut off the excess thread which is left. So a double knot is quite secure. Done. Alright, so now I'm going to be cutting off the excess thread. I'm cutting off the thread that I'm left with, and your Rakhi is now ready. It's a heart charm Rakhi that your brother would love to have on his wrist, and it constantly reminds him of your love. So this is one Rakhi, and this is the other. We're not done yet. I'm yet to share this recipe of our 2-ingredient laddoos that you can make with this Rakshabandhan. This recipe is super easy because you don't need any cooking. It's a flameless recipe which involves 2 ingredients which are very, very easy to find. So now let's get going.
So you're going to need desiccated coconut, Milkmaid, and that's all. Just these 2 ingredients. Alright. Also, in addition to this, I've taken roasted semolina or Sooji, which is totally optional. and some chopped almonds for garnishing, which is again optional. So in a mixing bowl, I'm going to put one and one more bowl of desiccated coconut. I'm going to be adding roasted semolina. So this is 1 tablespoon and then another tablespoon. Now give it a good mix and add the Milkmaid. So you only need as much Milkmaid that makes your desiccated coconut into a dough. Now this is ready. So take some oil to grease your hands. And then take a good chunk of your mixture and then roll them into balls. So the size of your laddoos can vary depending on how big or how small you like them. Now I'll be garnishing them with the chopped almonds. Wow, I can't wait to eat them. Okay, so this is now ready.
And the laddoos are ready. Well, do try this recipe at home and let me know how they turned out for you. I'm going to go and eat them. Happy Rakshabandhan to all of you.